friends. Welcome to Story Behind Podcast. This is the show for people who love hearing a good story and who believe the world could use more positivity. We're the team behind GodUpdates and God2, and we hope these weekly short stories will brighten your day.
Pilot looks into the eyes of sweet puppy left behind at airport and grants a happy ending. Written by Heather Riggleman, read by Adam Staten. A pilot looks into the eyes of this sweet puppy abandoned at the airport and granted a happy ending. And after a grim beginning, this abandoned puppy was destined to become an American. Polaris was traveling with his owner to America when his owner learned that Polaris couldn't enter the country. He was supposed to have vaccinations, proper documentation, and go through a quarantine period. Because his owner didn't do any of this, he left Polaris at the airport. Staff members at United Airlines quickly stepped up to save this little guy. They instantly fell in love with him, and they worked to get him the vaccinations needed and get him through quarantine. You may think it's just a dog, but United Airlines wanted the puppy abandoned at the airport to reach his final destination, a loving forever home. In fact, United Airlines actually named him after the North Star, a nod to their business class offering for their customers. How could you look at this adorable face and not think he deserved the best after being abandoned in a new country all alone? After 2 months in quarantine, Polaris found his forever home, and you won't believe who adopted him. He discovered his start-over rover of a home with pilot Captain William Dale. The day William brought Polaris home, he threw a big party to commemorate his adoption and raised over $5,000 for the San Francisco Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, which helped United Airlines, who helped Polaris after being abandoned. My heart hurts when a helpless animal is abandoned, like this puppy at the airport, and I'm incredibly grateful to know there are other kind and compassionate individuals out there willing to step up and help little guys like Polaris. Welcome home, Polaris. May you take to the trails and skies with your new family. What do you think? If a man has 100 sheep and one of them gets lost, will he not leave the 99 on the mountain and go in search of the one that is lost? Matthew 18:12.
Has fear stolen your peace? I'm Jennifer Slattery, lead host of the Faith Over Fear podcast, helping you fight your fears and grow your faith. Subscribe at lifeaudio.com.
Mom shares hilarious result of 3-year-old's picture day for preschool, and it goes viral. Written by Haley Wells, read by Adam Staten. On her 3-year-old daughter's picture day for preschool, Nicole Bartlett made sure little Alina left the house ready for the camera. So the resulting photo wasn't at all what Nicole was expecting, but it had the internet cheering. Nicole Bartlett shares with Inside Edition her confusion over how things went so wrong between getting ready at home and picture time. She'd outfitted little Alina in a cute pink and white striped dress and leggings. She'd combed and contained her girl's long blonde hair, and it looks like she might have even practiced smiling for the camera. Alas, a lot can happen during a few hours at preschool. When the images from picture day at preschool arrived, Mom was dismayed. Nicole wondered just what had gone wrong. Maybe the wind was bad in Syracuse, New York that day. Maybe Miss Alina played exceptionally hard. Her teacher thought perhaps she was just moving a lot. That may be relative because preschoolers all move a lot. In any case, Alina's hair looks like an 80s rock star might have photographed it. It's big and wild. As moms come to learn, school photos are taken fast. Years ago, kids were presented with tidy black combs to use before sitting for their shot. That's not a thing anymore, probably for a variety of good reasons. And even if it were, 3-year-old Alina might have made things worse. In any case, she surely had more important stuff in her mind when her big but brief moment came. Mom Nicole seems to have taken the whole thing in stride. That's good because there are bound to be more school photo flops in the future. Fights over clothing, withheld or fake smiles, and bizarre hairstyles and makeup choices are likely in her future. For now, though, the picture is perfect. Nicole will appreciate this photo more than most as the years roll on. Her girlie is joyful and free from stress. She looks like a happy and healthy darling, and the crazy hair will make for a wonderful story one day. And he said, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven. Matthew 18:3.
Thank you so much for listening to Story Behind Podcast. We're really glad you joined us for this week's story. To see photos and videos that may have been referenced in this episode, check out the links in the show notes. And if you enjoyed what you heard today, subscribe to our podcast, and please tell a friend about us. We'd also love it if you'd rate us and leave us a review. It really does help more people find us. Story Behind is a Salem Web Network production.
Once in a generation, a podcast comes along with the power and eloquence to inspire us all.
This show will entertain you while you wait for that one. Join two best friends, author and former history teacher John Driver and comedian Johnny W. for hilarious and authentic conversations about life, history, culture, faith, and everything in between.
You can listen to Talk About That wherever you find your podcasts or at lifeaudio.com.